Ready? My mirror is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and clean. My door is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and it latches properly. My door seal is properly mounted and secured, not worn, torn, or dry rotted. My door hinges are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. My fuel tank is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and it's not leaking. My fuel cap is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and the seal is not dry rotted or leaking, or cracked or dry rotted, not leaking, and the cap is on tight. My exhaust is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and no sign of leaking. My dry shaft is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, not twisted, and the U-joints are free of debris. My catwalk and steps are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and they're free of debris. My frame and cross members are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, no holes or illegal welds, and no missing cross members. My torque arm is properly mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken. My spring mounts are properly mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken. My spring arm is properly mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken. My U-bolts are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and none missing. My brake chamber is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, not leaking. My brake chamber hose is properly mounted and secured at both ends, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts, and not leaking. My slack adjuster and push rod are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and with the brakes released and pulled by hand, my push rod should not move no more than an inch. My shock absorber is properly mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken, not leaking. My airbag is properly mounted and secured at both ends, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts, not cracked, bent, or broken, and no missing mounting bolts. My brake drum is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. My brake lining is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, no oil or debris, and my friction material is not worn dangerously thin. My drive tire is properly mounted and secured, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts, and that there's no less than 232 of tread left. The air pressure is filled to the factory specs, and I would use a tire gauge to check that. My rim is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, no illegal welds. All my lug nuts are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, none missing. There's no rust or powder residue, and there's no cracks around the bolt holes. My hub axle seal is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. It's filled to the factory specs, and I have no missing mounting bolts. And my mud flap is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken.